Hello, everyone. Welcome to the conversation with Dr. Joan Coleman and friends. I'm Dr. Joan Coleman, and I'm with my friend Megan,
Hi, everybody. Megan Price, Megan P129.
and I'm with Rita.
Hi, I'm Rita Reynolds, and you can find me on Instagram as the Reynolds Love.
All right, there's a little nursery rhyme or something that says "Liar, liar, pants on fire." And today we're going to talk about how can you tell when someone is lying? Can you detect when someone's lying? How do you know, Megan? How can you tell when someone's lying?
Their nose grows.
Like Pinocchio.
No, I think the way that you can tell is I think someone's body language changes, their
Hmm.
stories can change. If it's
Yeah.
somebody that you know closely, I think you can just tell by their tone. I mean, even like sometimes the way people like their physical like gestures and like the way they blink. I think people are horrible at lying, and it's easy to tell if you know them well. If you don't know them well, that's
Yeah.
different because you may not pick up on those nuances.
Yep, the way they blink, huh?
Oh,
Rita, how can you tell when someone's lying?
Well, suppose it's like you get nervous, like your nervous system, and then it's not like there's things like they say like and in your body language, like you don't really
Mhm.
look at people in the eye, or you can get very like you try to avoid eye contact. But I really think that usually when you know a lie, like the very heavy ones, like we are, you know,
Yeah.
um, I think before.
Mhm.
Like I think there's something about before, like you hear before, and then when you have the moment of truth, in your heart that it's a lie. Like we're
Yeah.
talking about relationships,
Hmm.
closer relationships.
Yeah.
Like,
I
yeah.
I could tell like it's the story, like you tell a story, but the story you like the story might line up to them and it might sound good, but you on the inside, you're the listener, you're like, something is off. Is just not right about the story. But you don't say anything, you just listen to the story and and then, like with
Yeah.
me, I'll go and I'll lay down and I'll ponder the story, and I'm like, that just doesn't make sense, And that's when I kind of conclude that this person just made the whole thing up. Have you ever known that the real truth, but you ask question as if you don't, and to see what the answer would be? Megan, have you ever done that? Like you know the truth, right? But you're like,
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah,
Like you already know, but you just kind of like dig to see what the other person's gonna say. Like even though you already like you don't need those questions answered. You just like
yeah.
you want to see what their like insane perception
Yeah.
like the
Are they
reply
gonna
is gonna
lie
be. Like
more?
you're like, oh, I just like can't wait to hear this. Yeah, I think that you can do that, but I also think that there are certain situations where it's just not worth the fight. You know what I mean? Like there's times where you like listen to someone, you're like, this is just completely bananas, and it's not going to change my life, right? Like I'm going to whatever you think and whatever you want to tell people is cool. I know my truth.
Right.
And the people I care about know my truth. So whatever it, and that's if it has to do with you, right? But I mean, I guess it could be different. You could be lying about all different kinds of things, but I think a lot,
Yeah.
like for me, a lot of the time, I just don't take it personally because that person must need some kind of validation or something for some reason. So I usually just like let them have it because I'm a pretty happy person already. I'm like, all
Well,
right, great,
in
whatever.
saying that though, right, Rita, in saying that what Megan just said, do you think a person that lies only lie one time? Oh, maybe just to get out of it, or just to make you think differently. Do they do it once, or do you
So
find?
I would be the opposite of Megan. So Megan say about the truth. I would be in the other side, the liar side, because I've been there. So when I lie and someone knows, I get in shock. I just like some people get mute. They just hear and hear. You don't even defend yourself. You just try to turn around the situation and make it like different. Um, so that people can believe in you, even what they hear, but you change the subject and change the story. So it's like I'm different. Like Megan put in like the thing about the true, and I'm the other side, the liar side,
Mhm.
because I've been there a
So
lot.
you've been a liar and you've been lied to.
Of course, yes, of course.
Oh my gosh, I find it like you know, when you're younger, you could lie easy. I find it so hard to lie because I feel so bad, you know. And then when people lie to me and I find out, I don't, that makes me very not happy. Don't lie to
Yeah,
me
but
because
you don't
yeah,
have like when someone like if you can be like little lies or whatever, but when someone
yeah,
discover you, you try to turn the thing and just change the
yeah,
subject or
yeah,
go around and make another story so you end up lying more. No,
yeah,
that's the
yeah.
true thing. So you
That's
have and then you make it bigger and bigger, and bigger. Like
yeah, yeah, and
that's
that's
the
what
bad thing
happened. It
about
spirals.
lying.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what happened, Rita. It spirals, it spirals, spiral. And sometimes, you know, like somebody say, like, did you like the meatloaf? And you're like, yeah, it was good. And then in my mind, I'm like, why did I say that? I know I didn't like that meatloaf. Why would I say that? And sometimes you do things not to hurt people's feelings, right? What do you feel about that, Megan? Is that what we do sometimes?
Yeah, and I think that that's kind of innocent, and
Yeah,
I always like I would say the same thing, right? I would be like, yeah, it was great, however, I really liked the mashed potatoes better. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I might like spin it to kind of like honestly be able to say something nice rather than just the lie, right? Like I
yeah,
would like try
Yeah.
to actually find like something that I did like so I could like keep it on a high level without having to be like that was really awful and it was all awful. Like you're right, it was the worst. Like instead I'd be like, yeah, that was great, except, like this was a little better or like or those were the best I've ever had or something like that just to kind of like keep it light and positive so you can kind of like maybe change the subject, just like Rita said, like kind of like divert what you were actually
Yeah.
thinking about. But that's like innocent stuff. That's not the intimate things. The intimate things are different.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like, why would I say that? Why would you say that?
Yeah. Why
Because
would I say that?
I just said, it probably could be a little better, or it probably need this, and then it will be spectacular, something like that. But sometimes when it just roll out of your lips without you even thinking about it, you're like, why did I even say that? That makes no sense. I could have just said what I meant. But anyway, this was a great conversation. You guys have any last thing to say? Anything? Tell
Well,
the
I say like it's better don't lie because sometimes
yeah,
you can't control the lie and
yeah,
the lie get more bigger. So
yeah.
better don't lie and be honest.
Don't
It's
lie,
like it
be
is.
honest so it doesn't spiral out of control. And
And
two
they get
months
more bigger
later,
and
when they
bigger
said, did you
and
remember
worse.
that? Then you'll be like, oh
Yeah.
no. Well, we're running out of time, guys. So thank you for watching the conversation with Dr. Joan Coleman, Rita Reynolds, and Megan Price. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.